Hello and welcome to Kinetic Builds. We're back with another episode of Icarus on the New Frontiers DLC. Upgrading the base is top of mind. We need leather, we need wood, we need iron nails, and of course stone. So let's get all of those materials kind of cooking. I've got lots of leather from our adventures making different stuff, so I'm going to grab as much of this stuff as I can. It's just useful to store it in the benches sometimes. Go ahead and max out our nail creation. We're going to use up a lot more iron than I was hoping to on all of this. That's all right. Put the rope in there to hold on to it for now. And it looks like we've finally got some gold going. We got some aluminum going. We're going to pull this all back over into the other bench so that when we're trying to check for things for recipes, it's right there in front of us. Get a little bit of this gold wire cooked up as well. See if we can make some of these electronics and have those sitting there for when we need to get into this deep mining drill. We're going to need 10 of them. That's quite a bit. I'm not worried about the copper wire, but that's a lot of electronics, so I might not quite get into mass producing that until I know we've got enough yet. Yeah, I think we are going to invest the steel into our oxygen tank and our canteen refills just because that's going to really help us out on the adventuring side of things. And then last but not least, let's get these nails over here, get back to what we were starting with originally. And that is starting to build the stone parts so we can get into a house. Foundations are pretty expensive. I think we're going to go with beams as our supports. Man, it's been a minute since we used the Icarus crafting system for building things. I'm going to go ahead and grab a little more wood to bring over here with us. We are going to need a lot more stone to keep moving forward on this stuff. I don't have a lot at the moment. In fact, 6 is barely going to give me the floor space for what we have right now on our wooden structure here. But I'm going to get this stuff moving, and we will go out and mine some stone here. After we replace all of these, we might as well leave the other bladders in here. No sense quite getting rid of them right out of the gate. It's always nice to have a backup for when you just need to grab something and run to get it done. I do want to get an upgraded biofuel lantern at some point, but we're going to need to get a biofuel composter first. And in order to get to that, we're going to need a lot more concrete, which is tree sap and stone. We're low on stone. I feel like tree sap's easy enough with the sticks. We've probably got a few sitting around. I guess I've been using up our stick backlog. We'll grab the ones out of here as well and get that tree sap making. And while that's getting created, we'll go out and find ourselves a rock here somewhere to wail on and get us that concrete mixing since that's so slow. And compared to before we buffed our pickaxe skill, this is going just super fast. I'm so glad that we put the points into that tech tree like we did. I always despised having to mine out the stone. We needed so much of it for concrete and such. This is amazing. I love this talent tree. I know there's probably a lot better ones. Combat is something that I think a lot of people probably put more points into, and maybe we'll have regrets, but I find once I get into firearms, it just doesn't seem to matter. And on open world, especially with the deep mining nodes, the second we find ourselves an iron deep mining node, my worries about that are going to go away. I have already seen some buffalo in the area too, so that means that we're going to be able to get ourselves a cart and a buffalo to help us move those resources. Even if the deep mining node we happen to find is away from the base, that shouldn't be a problem for us. I'm excited. We've got the stone that we needed. We're going to drop that in there. I'm going to go ahead and get this tree sap going. And let's see what the max is. 104, so I can take 300 of this stone back with me, actually. 2, 3, and we'll just get some more walls going here. I've got 6 floors. I'm gonna need at least, what, if I've got 6, I don't know, I think I want to get to at least 10 floors, and then we're gonna need at least 10 walls, and then at some point I'm gonna need roofs and ramps, so I'll get a few of those going, and that's gonna make me feel a lot better about where we're at. We're starting to get everything situated. We'll get as many of these pillars left out of the remaining resources. Feeling good about stuff. Well, as long as that's all cooking, we might as well grab one more hunk of stone here. It's still early in the morning and not quite ready to go out on our next adventure, but the next step is to find another cave. We do need some more iron and steel resources for sure to keep everything kind of moving forward. We're going to hop up on the boulder here to make sure we're not leaving any bits and pieces in the sky. So while that's all cooking up, I am going to get our biofuel composter going. Toss a biofuel can in there, and then I think I can just put all of this raw stuff right on over here. If I'm not mistaken, it just needs some tree sap, which we can make quite easily from the sticks. I'm going to grab what we've got over here as a starter just to get it going. That way we've got some fuel going. This is a really slow process, and getting it started early here is going to help us out quite a bit. And in this interface here, I can actually make a whole bunch of sticks here, which I'm going to do a stack of 100. That's going to take a little bit, but this is the most efficient way to make tree sap, because it takes 4 sticks to make a tree sap. Otherwise, I can make tree sap from a piece of wood. And so that's 8 sticks to make 2, or 1 wood, which would make 2. And so we're going to lose 2 sticks in the process, and that's definitely the way to go. I do need this organic resin to make electronics, though, so we're going to need a little bit of oxide. Now, I don't have that much left in here, so I'm not going to take what little oxide I have left there. We're going to go out and grab a bit of oxide. I know there's a ton of it that's been spawning, or not spawned, but exists around this thing. And that's my aluminum node that's sitting right here next to base. We do need to figure out what we're going to use aluminum for. I know there's a few recipes that need a little bit of it, but not a ton of it. And having access to so much of it is going to make me want to find a use for it for sure. But right now our mission is oxide. We might as well pick up the coal while we're here, just so I don't have to keep looking at it, thinking about it. There we go. We've mined everything around that little rock now. I'll have to try and remember that, so I'm not checking over there every time we come back by. And our poor little torch is going to burn out here pretty soon. That's all right. Oh, speak of the devil. And a little bit of wood over here, and max that out for 100. There we go. We'll take our 32 back with us, and I might as well just shove that in there so we've got it. Good deal. And what I really want to do is get this biofuel lamp going. We're going to need some glass in order to do that, though, which unfortunately I can't remember. I think I can make glass here. Yes. Glass. Silica ore. I've got a little bit of silica ore left, not enough. We're going to put these couple of pieces in here so that it starts cooking now, and I'll go get another silica deposit. I think we actually have some right up the hill here. Oh, we've got one of those drac things. Huh, I thought one of those was silica, but apparently I'm mistaken. If we come over the hill, though, we'll find that we have this giant crater here, which is what the starting zone was named for. Lots of different resources down in here, and another geyser type deal, which would normally be useful if we were not playing on open world. But we do have lots of silica around the rim of the cavern here, which is exactly the resource that we need. So I'm just going to go grab a couple of nodes here. Not going to try and mine it out or anything. And ooh, we've got a big bear down here as well. I don't want to tango with that just yet. I'm kind of wondering if there's a cave like right there. But I haven't been in to explore the cavern yet. I'm too afraid to go too far down here. I don't want to get stuck and attacked by a giant bear and not be able to get back to my base. So we'll just grab a little bit of this and keep moving. All right, I've got enough glass now. We can actually make the biofuel lamp. So I'm going to go ahead and do that because I'm tired of crafting torches every so often. This thing should last a little bit longer, and we'll be able to just toss this in here and start refueling it. We did run out of our tree sap, but that's okay because I have a ton of sticks and we can just get this going now. I'm gonna eventually need to start making some of this carbon paste so that I can get composites, I believe is how I get that. But we're not gonna get there quite yet. We need a fair amount of electronics first, which is going to require a lot of wire and a lot of epoxy. I remember how painful this was to make back in the day. Oh, lots of copper wire. All right, well, I'm going to get one of those going, and then I'm going to just max this on out, I think. And we will make as many of these electronics as we have the gold for, I think is going to be what I want to do. I didn't see anything else we really needed gold for, and I need a lot of electronics, so might as well focus on what we need. Focus on keeping the biofuel composter going here. We're getting everything rocking and rolling here. We're solidly into, is this Tech 3? That we're rocking and rolling in with the machine bench. So I feel like we're in a good spot, at least equipment-wise. We do have just basic leather armor. I'd love to get some of this new Tier 3 armor at some point. This Hunter chest armor looks pretty interesting, as does the cured leather armor. 14 of physical resistance sounds great compared to what are we at with just basic leather armor. 10, it's a nice pickup. We'll have to look into that. I'm going to go ahead and max those out. We're going to get to about 14 electronics. It is the copper wire that we're going to run out of here first, it looks like. Interesting enough. We'll max that out and make a couple more. And so that puts me at 15 electronics. Fabricator would get me to tier 4 if we could actually get there. We don't quite have enough of the other resources, but those are easy enough to come by, especially if I can get this biofuel, a deep mining drill up and running, which is just going to need a lot of copper, which we just spent on all that copper wire. Yeah, so the next time we find some copper, we're going to be all good to go. We probably could have managed our copper stack a little bit better, but look at that. We have a stockpile here that I'd forgotten all about. So let's see, I need 50 wire. Let's make 10 of those. And then we're going to just need to craft this thing. And just like that, I've got a mining drill we can take out and about with us. I'm loving it. The rest of this stuff is going to go into their respective containers. I don't think I need that much more concrete right this minute. I did build some floors. We got some walls. We got some ramps. I'm going to need some more iron nails to keep life moving. Luckily, I've got some in the other workbench. It always pays to make sure that you're paying attention to how many you've got. Let's see, if I've got 10 floors, and I made it 2x5, I could do 5 roofs on each side. Have a nice long haul style base. That might be a great way for us to start things off at least. So I'm going to grab these floors. I'm going to grab these pillars and our angled walls. And while the rest of that's cooking, we're going to see if we can start this base off. Now, I'm going to get rid of a few things on my bar just to make my life easier here. I need to figure out which direction I'm going to build this whole thing. I don't need it to snap to like this grid per se. I don't think that's necessary, so I can actually reset the grid. There we go. Man. I like being here because it's right where we can easily get down this hill. We can get over across to that tunnel. We're not that far from the other area. We're not that far from the crater, which I think we're going to be spending a lot of time at. Man, I really think this is where I want to build the base. So let me get over here where the ground is a little bit taller. And I think we'll start things off with it up the hill just slightly. Something like this ought to work. And then 1, 2, 3. Oops. There, that should hold it. 4, 5. And the intent here was to have a pillars all the way down, I think. We are going to end up needing them. We'll have to build a lot more pillars to make sure that this thing stays sturdy as we keep going, but this will at least give me enough to start the base build. And then let's drag our walls down here and our ramps. We're going to do the nice double door like we saw in that other building. I thought that looked really good. And then I'm just going to come all the way down the sides here. Like so. Yeah, that doesn't look terribly healthy. How do I get more pillars built pretty quick here? A max. There we go. That should provide some support there for us. Perfect. We'll take the last of our nails here, and I needed... Man, 2 for the back and then 3 for the sides. I think I needed 5 more walls here. And then I'm going to grab a bunch more pillars, I think. Let's just go double check. Oh, I only needed 2 for the sides. That's all right. That'll work. And I can see that we're starting to have structural problems on this corner already. So let me get in here with our pillars. Yeah, what is this? Drag, that's what it's called. I always forget that I've got a skinning bench inside. Oh well. It's not like we're wanting for leather or anything right now. And there's another blueprint point that we don't exactly need. Boom, boom, boom. We've got walls. Let's get our ceilings done. And we might as well just wrap this all up right now, like so. That's starting to look pretty darn good, if I do say so for myself. Nice to have the gun actually loaded in case we need it. I'm going to get the rest of these pillars put down that we need. And yeah, we just need a couple of stairs here. Let me see what that's going to take to build. I think I've got the... Oh, I've got ramps, or I got the ramp recipe. I think stairs are part of ramps, if I'm not mistaken. Let me get... Oh man, we need just a few more nails and a little bit more stone. I don't have either of those. Grab this iron. I know we're going to need them for something here eventually. I'm going to grab what little bit of fuel I've got in the lantern here to get that going. Oh man, these advanced meat types don't actually turn into biofuel. I did not realize that. Well, I'm just going to stick those back in there to rot the old-fashioned way and stick that over here. All right, I've got some stairs now up to the front of our new little longhouse type deal. I know we're going to have to expand this at some point, but it's starting to look pretty good. The one thing that the current house has been missing that we built a long time ago now is the fireplace, so I'm going to go ahead and start by finding a spot to stick that. It should snap right in here somewhere. I'm not sure where we're going to want it, though. I don't want to block the door too much, but at the same time, it kind of fits right here. So maybe I will stick it right here behind the door. That way I'm kind of always thinking about it. I like that. We're going to go ahead and stick the tall chimney right on there as well. Looking snazzy. This is going to work out really well. I do need a new door for this, though. I was hoping for something a little bit better than the wood door, but there is no stone door. Let's look at the tech tree and figure this out. I think I used to have this interior wood building thing to get a nicer wooden looking door at some point, probably. I can't really recall. Let's look at tier 3 and see if anything pops up. Not really. Is there like an aluminum door in here? There is an aluminum door. I think that'd look kind of cheesy. Maybe we'll just spring for this interior woodworking kit. Where'd it go? Right here? There we go. Now let's see what we've got. Do we have a better door option? We do. Refined wood, copper nails, and rope. Well, we might as well make a stack of this again for whatever we need it for. Copper nails, good deal. And do we have any rope left? We don't. Just need some fiber. Now, I know this thing says it's an interior. Oh, wow, we do not need that much refined wood. Let me just clear that out of there. Is this thing making it or not? I can't tell. Well, it is not doing anything. All right, let's try this. Make 2, craft. There we go. I know this says it's an interior wood door, but I'm hoping that it'll suffice for our exterior use here. There's probably a better door. I just don't remember where we found that thing at. Oh no, the game crashed. I've got a Unity crash report sitting in front of me, or a Unity, an Unreal Engine 4 crash report. Nice. Well, let's see where we ended up. I've got 1 door here, not 2. So I'm going to go ahead and craft a second door. Looks like we didn't lose that much progress with the save. Should be good to go. And I'm going to go ahead and get these doors slapped right down here. And I think that's going to wrap up our base build. Like so. There we go. That's actually looking quite snazzy now. We are slowly but surely getting the base moving here. Let me go ahead and say this is where we're going to wrap up today's episode, I think. And we will be back next time. I think we're probably about ready to start going out on this mission. So let's take a screenshot of our progress. Base is coming along epically. And next time we'll hit this mission. We'll get some more advanced crafting benches and stuff going. Maybe even push right on into tier 4 here. I'm not sure if we're gonna get there yet or not. We'll have to see. But thank you for watching. As always, if you enjoyed the episode, hit that like button. Helps me out a lot. That's all for today. Keterk out.